dear student, that today I am going to discuss about again from the revision, that is the chapter 1, the circulatory system. As you know that already I informed you by the Trello app that the next tomorrow I am going to take one revision test from the chapter 1. So today I discuss some important topic from that particular chapter, from the first chapter. Now, what are the things that is very important from this chapter? That first we read about the organ system. What is the organ system? There is a group of organs that work together to carry out a particular function that is known as the organ system. Again, I repeat, what is the organ system? That a group of organs that carry out a particular function. Means in all the organs in our body, when they work together and complete a particular function, that is called the organ system. Now, second is that how the organ system or the circulatory system itself, also the digestive system, it's very helpful for the circulatory system also. You know, for digestive system, why very helpful for the circulatory system? Because while we are eating food, that time this food bite through the teeth, we eat bite from the mouth, and bite through the teeth, it breaks down into the smaller pieces. And all the smaller pieces, they goes into the inside of our body. And due to those are the circulation process, all the nutrients from the food, they are transported into the different parts of our body. For that reason only, the digestion is also being helpful for the transport of the circulatory system. Now, what is the circulatory system? That in which process, that those are the transportation of the substance in our body, that those are the substance they are being transported into the different parts of our body. This process is known as the circulatory system. Now, this circulatory system, they have three main parts. What are the three main parts? First is the blood, heart, and the blood vessels. So, what is the heart? The heart is a muscular organ that is located into the chest cavity, and also that is located in the chest cavity and also between the two lungs. And what is the main function of the heart? The main function of the heart is to pump you have to pump it, okay, or they have to circulation of the blood. Okay, you have to remember that the heart helps us to maintain the circulation process in all over of our body. Now, here we discuss that what are the structure of heart. Now, already we teach this one, that what is the structure of heart. So you can see the picture, that page number 2, that the heart is made by, this is the structure. This one is a very important one. The structure of heart. Now, here the human heart have the total 4 chamber. What do you know? That the 2 upper chamber and 2 lower chamber. 2 upper chamber is known as the auricles and 2 lower chambers is known as the ventricles. Now, this upper and lower chamber, they are joined through the valves, and for that reason only the blood is circulated in one direction only. The next is that the heartbeat. What is the heartbeat? When the heart is moving, that time this rhythmic movement of the heart is known as the heartbeat. And a normal person, their heartbeat is 72 times. How many times? 72 times. Okay, that is called the pulse rate. So how many times the pulse it can be felt, it's called the pulse rate. Now, also you read about what is the blood. The blood is the liquid or the fluid that flow through the blood vessels in our body. Now, the bloods are the 3 types made by the 3 types of cells. That first one is the red blood cell, white blood cells, and the platelets. Now, what is the function of blood? First is the red blood cells. They carry the oxygenated blood from the heart to the different parts of the body. And not only this, they have to remove those are the carbon dioxide or the oxygen defeated blood. They also carry from our body and goes into the lungs. The second is the white blood cells. The white blood cells also very important. That they prevent our body or protect our body to entry of the germs. The germs cannot easily enter to our body due to the white blood cells. And the platelets, they help to clotting of blood. And the liquid portion of the blood, they dissolve the transport and the nutrition and the other substance that is required by the different parts of the body. And not only this, the bloods also help us to require the substance, those are the nutrition. They are also being transported to the different parts of our body. And the bloods help in maintaining the temperature of the body and help us to surviving through the various seasons. And you know that the blood also, they help us to maintain our body temperature. For that reason, in the different season also we can survive. Okay. And the next is the gas system help the digestion of food. So what you have the digestive system that help to digestion of food. Digestive system help to digestion of food. The human heart is 4 chamber. The gas allow the valve allow to the flow of blood in one direction only. The red blood cells carry the gas from the lungs. The red blood cells carry the oxygen from the lungs to the different parts of the but red blood cells carry the oxygen from the lungs to the different parts of the body. Now here also blood vessels also. The blood vessels is the pipe-like structure that from inside on it the blood is being flow, and the blood vessels are in 3 types, that is the arteries, veins and the capillaries. And the arteries, they have their different works and they have to carry the oxygenated blood. Those are veins, they are the oxygen deficit blood, they have to carry what their location. And the capillaries also, they have to carry the both, they have to carry the oxygen added blood and the oxygen deficit blood also. Okay, so by this way you have to learn this all the things. And here some questions are given. There are 2 types of blood vessels, arteries and veins. This is a false, because the blood vessels are 3 types: arteries, veins and capillaries also. And the next one, veins carry the pure blood. No, veins carry the impure blood. The valves are absent in the arteries. Yes, this is true. Valves are absent in the arteries. And veins have the thinner wall than the arteries. Yes, the veins have the thinner wall. The veins wall is being thinner than the arteries walls. Okay. So today up to here that we have to understand that these all the things that have to be able to properly, that those are the important points from this chapter. I already mentioned it, and also the exercise questions are being there that you have to learn it properly, okay, from the inside and exercise both. Then, and best of luck for your revision test. Thank you.